My name is not important, but you may call me Desmond. I was trained to secretly serve the government of my country. This nation has always been governed in an absolutist manner by an institution called the Ministry. The Ministry, on the verge of joining the European Union, ordered to erase all traces of its terrible activities, including the facts of Oak Grove and the sinister experiments of Dr. Llewellyn. My orders were to enter Oak Grove. Once there, to retrieve certain documents. The logbook of the guard of the Grove, in the office of his wooden house. Official ministry documents in the laboratory of Llewellyn Manor, located on the other side of the lake. The dossiers of the secret experiments that were carried out there, in the office of the experimental hospital. Once the material was recovered, the only way to escape from that place was the Charon Staircase, a secret passage that only Llewellyn knew how to access. The next night at 10 p.m., I went through the gate at Oak Grove. Seconds later, the gate closed behind me definitively. What I found there, it is something the world needs to know about. I am Agent Codename Desmond. This is my story.
Alright, so hello everybody and welcome to Charon's Staircase, our new horror game, which may very well only be one part. It's either going to be one part seemingly, or potentially two short parts.
The sound of that old worn door seemed to warn me that it was waiting for me that night.
My mission had just begun, and I had to concentrate my efforts on finding the guardhouse where I could surely find the logbook. Background report, eh? The facts of Oak Grove. In 1976, Artemius Llewellyn, eminent physician and Earl of Oak Grove, officially disappeared in circumstances that have never been explained. The truth was quite different. The ministry had recruited him several years ago for an operation classified as top secret. Project Alpha. Basically, it was about experimenting with new individual methods for the training and improvement of new spies. Dr. Llewellyn made only one condition. Everything was to be done in the grounds surrounding the Llewellyn mansion. Populated for the most part by a lush grove of trees, an experimental hospital was secretly set up with the best technology of the time. The Oak Grove was enclosed with a security system that would allow the gate to be opened from the outside. This prevented the escape of what were called Alpha individuals. In 1976, without significant results, the government cancelled the project and withdrew the funds, but Dr. Llewellyn would not listen to reason. He and his patients remained inexplicably locked behind the bars of Oak Grove, knowing that they would never be able to leave, as the large outer gate could not be opened from inside the compound. The ministry ordered constant surveillance of its bars by security forces and the army. For 40 years it remained impregnable. No one knew what was going on there. No one has entered it since it was closed. No one knows if there are still survivors. They were left to their fate. The subject was forgotten in the most sinister way. Let's go back here. So these are supposed to be like elite spies, right? I feel like, good lord, I went in here and I fucking changed the brightness, but apparently it didn't register it, because damn, it's fucking dark. Does that mean it didn't keep my... No, it kept my audio. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now at least I can... Oh, wow, that... Wow, it just fucking basically changed it to daytime. Maybe I did it a bit much. Just darken it up a bit. I mean, that's still awfully bright. There we go. That's better. Now at least it's nighttime, but I can still see with my shitty eyes. But I feel like I could probably get over that fence given enough effort, and I would not consider myself an alpha individual, an alpha spy.
Like the cold wind, and the obstinate silence turned the forest into a desolate place.
Alright. how thematically convenient that that light
Could
didn't
anyone
burst
still
until
live
I
there?
was walking near it.
Those who were confined to Oak Grove almost 40 years ago would surely be dead.
I don't know, 40 years is a lot, but I mean, it's not like a lifespan. If it had been like 70, although, when was this? 1970 something? And I mean, depending on how many there were, right? Like if they had guys and girls there, could very easily still be people. Well, maybe not very easily, but I mean, there could still
There
be
it
people.
was, the majestic Llewellyn Manor, in the middle of the lake. For a moment, a gust of cold wind gently pushed me to the other shore, drawing me towards the mansion. But not yet. I had to investigate the forest first.
The impatient. Before entering the lodge. Well, I mean, I didn't see the lodge. I mean, it said it was drawing me. I saw a boat. I didn't think that, you know, I would absolutely have to. I mean, but I guess we'll go here then. I mean, there's another gate here.
An old fence, rusted by the implacable passage of time, led to what looked from afar like a small graveyard.
I do like the narration. It's a good voice actor for this. I don't know how you would do in like oh, hello. That's weird. In like a more
This must have been the guard's house,
emotional,
in front of the
whatever, you know.
watching over the secrets of Llewellyn Manor like a faithful guard.
Like he's very good as a narrator, but I don't know how he would do as like a character. I mean, he might be fine. I don't know. I mean, either way, he does good here.
In the darkness, what was once the guard's house now seemed
That's
abandoned and forgotten.
real shitty that they have the flashing light there, but
Excuse me, there is a message.
I had arrived in Lord to the inside of the old derelict guardhouse. A strange sensation ran through my mind. Although abandoned, there was still a feeling of life. Okay, well, we obviously don't have the code yet. Key, though. That might be for that first door that we couldn't open. Because a key obviously isn't going to let us get through a keypad. Oh, I heard that. Alright. That smudge on the wall kind of looks like a person. Also locked? Yeah, it's kind of what I figured.
The wood gave off a strong, musty smell, and its creaks suggested ancient secrets that had not yet been told.
Ah. I don't know what that says. I don't even know what language it's in It's incredible how things can change in 40 years. The dawn of the Patriot, 1976 year of God glorious ministry, the brave farm workers' peasant pride, an example of our agricultural supremacy. The dissidents imprisoned, the malevolent criminals of the group against the people had been arrested. True traitors who, in their eagerness to intoxicate the working class, created a weekly pamphlet full of lies to hinder the proper functioning of the brain of our countrymen. The detainees have been admitted to a mental sanatorium to redirect their behavior. One more sample of the magnanimity of the ministry. The government acquires high technology. The ministry at the forefront of progress. A feat of our scientists made turbo permanent possible. Don't know what that means. A high-tech device that facilitates the creation of firm hairstyles as the spirit of our country. With the use of the turbo permanent, patriotic women will embellish with their mane the brilliance of the homeland. Okay, I see. So the government didn't like people, so they decided to throw them in jail. or didn't like what people were saying, so they decided to throw them in jail. Yeah, good old authoritarian regime right there. Alright, well. Let's finish exploring doors I didn't have to open. I really expect... I pretty much, in a game like this, expect like every fucking door to be locked. Like, oh, goody, another flashing light.
The wind blew across the windowsills, uttering soft sobs.
Oh, hello. Hello, little girl. Well, at least there's more lights around, so that blinking one isn't quite as bad. And of course she's gone. This looks like more of a... Well then. Oh, another achievement. Look at that. There's something strange here. Yeah, no shit. Was it my imagination? I wasn't sure what I'd seen, but something was lurking in that place. Yeah, no kidding.
That room was different. It was clean and well kept. It looked like a children's room. The atmosphere was warm and the temperature suggested that someone had
Don
been
Quixote.
there recently. Someone who probably still lives in the house.
Small key. Don Quixote. Very tedious read for a child. Yeah, I mean, I've never read it myself. I've been thinking of reading it, but... Handwritten note by Adara. After so many years of searching for the old logbooks, I have found it. I am saddened that Devon and Seth can no longer be by my side in this quest. If someone ever finds this note, run away. Run. Don't let the curse of Oak Grove catch you. Look for the Charon staircase. Okay, looking out the window at a dead guy. Looking out across the water. Looking at a dead guy in the rain. Looking at somebody stumbling around outside. Seth and I. Playing chess or checkers, one or the other. Looking at some paintings. Christmas. Alright, well, I mean... What's this? Looks like a plaque with the name of the painting, The Five Gamblers. I don't know what painting. Oh, this one probably. Oh, it's a picture. Old photograph. Little Dara, okay. Oh, there you go. The courageous scientists of the country, the first to arrive to the moon, a great example of the supremacy of our country. The ministry leader has been awarded the Gold Honor Medal. Our beloved leader has been awarded the Superior Order of the Ministry for his work in defense of the institutions of our country and for the infused blessing he received at birth from the God who judges everything. The solid gold medal will be generously paid by the workers, proud to have such a great guide. Labor Fertility Day. With the illusion in the face, thousands of volunteers march to the sound of the Mother's March on the Fertility Day of the Worker. Dressed in the white color of the nobility and surrender, they are heading for a battle that our soldiers are eager to fight. Create new patriots. Okay. So they just have like a Everybody Bang Day. The Four Seasons. It's in a weird order though, right? Like they're out of order because like this one looks like spring, that one looks like summer, that one looks like fall, and that one looks like winter. But last I checked, we don't go spring, winter, fall, summer. So it's odd that they have them out of order, but I can't interact with it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. That key works, sure does.
A decaying room. This is probably where the guard slept. Where was he now? Would he still be alive?
Office access. Number 1 is in the chess room. Number 2 is in the kitchen. 3 is in the dining room. And number 4 is in Dara's room. Okay. So I guess we'll head back to the chess room and see if we can find a number. Oh, that's just creepy. Seems to have been used to cradle a baby. Oh, and then it disappears. I've seen that effect before. Chess room code. I mean, it could be 4, right? 4 seasons. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. 4 seasons, the 5 dogs. So let's see, what order were they in? The chess room. Yeah, let me just spin my papers around here so that I have a side that isn't already coded in numbers to write on. So in Dara's room, which is number 4, there was the 5 players. In the chess room, it was the 4 seasons. So now we have is the kitchen and dining room. And now our screen's gone all blue, so yay. And the phone's ringing. Yeah, no thanks. Oh, and the game save. That's slightly worrisome. It's generally not a good sign when a horror game auto saves immediately after you interact with something. Oh, it's the guard. Well, not really, obviously, but... Alright, that was weird, but whatever. Yes, hello. I'm not going to answer you. The 3 Graces, and this would be the dining room, which was number 3, because the kitchen was number 2, and we haven't been there yet. Hello. Okay, so the guard was brought the child to look after. Dude, you've got to calm your ass down. I saw 2 men and a baby. I could see them, but I knew they weren't really here. What were they? A perception from the past? An ancient memory? Well, I mean, obviously it would be. Probably not a good sign. Got another picture, though. This must be the guard. Seth. Apparently. Alright, well, we got the kitchen. And what is our last number? Dos, so 2. The 2 oldest. So we got 4, 2, 3, 5. Washing powder. Bunch of wine, kettle. So somebody up at the mansion had a kid, and they brought it to the guard to look after for some reason. Which is an interesting choice. Now, here's the thing. Where's safe? I mean, I don't recall seeing it. I'm gonna go check the room where the thing was that told us, like, where the, like, how to get the combination. Because I don't know where else the safe would be. But I don't remember seeing it up here. Can I crouch at all? No. Apparently I can walk over the bed though. Hmm. Oh! Oh! It's not for a safe. The fucking number pad. I completely spaced on that. It's been so long since we've seen it. That's not the right door. This is. This, the number pad. Alright, now am I actually selecting the numbers? Yes. 2, 3, 5. Sensitivity got me a little bit there, but there we go. Achievement. Right. Seems that after experimenting with some subjects called Alpha and others Omega, the doctor asked for the guard's help for a new protocol cataloged under the name Delta, which I'm assuming would be Dara. A request like this has not been easy for me to ask of you, considering that this new responsibility exceeds the obligations you already have. I know of your goodwill, and I have also been informed of the reasons why you volunteered to serve my orders in the Oak Grove, and believe me, I will not judge your past. As you will know, after the failure of the Alpha Project, the Omega Protocol was launched substantially based on a much more severe chemical treatment of specimens. Now, after some terrible and fruitless years on the threshold in 1976, I communicate my intention to generate a new experimental protocol that I will call Delta, of which there will only be 2 specimens. I order you, and at the same time, I beg you to collaborate with me in this last attempt. The Delta treatment is the most evolved, and you do not have to fear any act of violence by any specimen. We have eliminated the component that angered the previous generation. Believe me, every trace of Omega is erased from the new treatment. Weekly, we will communicate by written reports. In your patriotic attitude lies the future of our country. Honor to the ministry, obedience to the God who judges everything. A report written by Seth. The guard seems like it never got sent. Dara's evolution continues without physical problems. Her health is good. I still don't detect any trace of telepathic evolution, although she's showing more and more interest on the other side of the lake. I've attributed this to the logical curiosity nature arouses at this early age. Everything continues as it is. I mean, the guy, yeah. Can I not flip? I'm curious about the painting that's, flipped over. Okay. Logbook. September 7th at 4 a.m. the transport has arrived without any incident. Corresponds to the monthly collection delivery to Hospital La Patria, Ministry of Charity Center. Once death reports have been checked, I've registered 5 entries. Okay. To the latter, B3970, there are obvious signs of general absence of basic functions. According to the single protocol, the subject A3970 is therefore destroyed by the usual procedure. The number is registered as a failed code. The others are assigned in the vacant rooms. The first recognition visit to the hospital is scheduled for tomorrow, September 8th. Okay. Not entirely sure, but... Oh, picking up the logbook completed the first part of my mission. Yay! I mean... Oh, and then I can take it. There we go. First mission document retrieved. I was like, it seems weird that it would, like that. Just looking at it would be that like. All right. Well. Now, is it the key to go outside? Is that not the door I came in? Like, really, is it not? Um... Hmm. I mean, I could have swore that that was the door I used to come in. Although I don't see the flashing light. But it has to be, right? Because then, yeah, I came back this way. So the light just isn't flashing anymore. Yeah, because I came in, I saw the key card door. Is there another door that goes outside? Apparently. Oh, whoops, I closed the door immediately. I mean, obviously I still get to
The
go
night was
outside.
dark, and a dense fog had invaded the entire landscape. I could feel the dampness in my bones.
Alright. Back outside. But not back in the front. Hello, dead guy. Oh, remember the one
Suddenly,
picture in a room?
an ivory reflection caught my attention. There, lying on the ground, were the remains of the one who, one day, was Seth, the god.
Probably the guard's diary. Dara is getting older. My pointless explanations are no longer worth her. The day that Dr. Llewellyn entered the door with the girl in his arms, I never thought I would love her so much. I am faithful to the ministry and to the unique doctrine of God that judges everything. Doubt if I am doing the right thing. Alright. Also, can I... No. Okay, I was gonna say, like, have I been able to take more of these things than I have been? But I guess not. Hi, Dara. Bye, Dara. Just gonna ignore that because
A sinuous
obviously she
path
doesn't want to
stretched
talk.
out in front of me, leading into the darkness and fog.
Okay. I like to slow down when he talks because I don't want to, like... It seems
As I
like
crossed
whoever
the
made
old gate,
this...
a fatuous reflection warned me of the presence of an old cemetery.
It seems like whoever made this did actually space everything properly or write all the dialogue properly so that if you're sprinting, it won't start to, like, it won't cancel itself out or
Lichen-covered
anything.
graves, scratched by wind and rain, seemed to be mixed with gravestones that had yet to bear the wounds of time.
Adelaide Llewellyn. Lavinia Llewellyn died under the holy embrace, of the God who judges everything. I mean, does that mean that there's a different God as well as the God who judges everything, or is it just the one God? Because if so, it seems weird to say who judges everything every time. And Amadeus. Okay, and got an open thing there. Sacrificed his life in search of forgiveness from the God who judges everything. He generously granted it to him. Do we go? Oh, more visions. No, it closed them. Nothing on there, nothing on there. Like a father's love for his children, the God who judges everything protects this gateway. Okay, well that looks like a hole I can go down. So before I do that, I want to go and check this other path back here. Because at the very least there's some more gravestones. Oh, there's actually more to this. That
In a
probably
small
leads up.
corner, away from the rest of the tombs, simple and humble tombstones stood out. Alpha Zone, Omega Zone.
Yeah, I see that Alpha and Omega. So I mean, by the looks of this, they lost 3 Omegas, oh, maybe more. His dark soul rests under another lap. So I mean, I don't exactly know how they're split up though, because like I mean, obviously these two would be alphas, and I would say those 3 would be omegas. But what about these 2 here? Because they're kind of like off to the side. Like I guess they're more in front of the omega than the alpha, but I don't know. Anyway, this will probably lead back up to the other path. Yeah, that where we look down at it. Hello? Okay. I mean, that's clearly somebody knocking on a wooden door, not a metal rusty gate making noise, but you know, I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or if they just used a bad sound effect there. But anyway, got a hole, because that's what we want to do, is climb down a grave. Alright, well let's just drop then. Can't interact with the ladder, so... Agatha Llewellyn with a little plant. A well cared for plant. It's obvious that someone takes care of it. The plant adorns the grave, yeah. I mean, would this plant still be alive, like, underground, all this? Oh, that's probably not good. Artemius, oh, well, that's the guy who runs the place. He's clearly not dead yet. Okay, I thought I was gonna light the torch, but whatever. Can I take a torch? Oh, I can shut the torches off. Can I turn off all the torches? Eh. Ooh, dude still has light on his grave. That's weird. And so, so I turned off all light, and yet there's still light. All right. Is that just like because of the brightness settings, or what? Like, triangles, just straight up triangles on these coffins. That's weird. And this one's cracked, but nobody in it. All right. And I mean, that has what looks like a picture of a rat. Like, I don't know, is that because it's very clearly not 3D. Okay, now what? I mean, huh. 2 gravestones, one containing the remains of Dr. Llewellyn's wife, the other Llewellyn's own grave, was empty. Would he still be alive? A secret chamber contained 2 more tombs, one occupied and one empty. Both bore the delta symbol of the Greek alphabet on their slab. Yeah, but this delta, which I'm assuming would be Dara, since she was up at the house. But this one, oh. Oh, is that Dara all grown up? Devin, eh? Note with the name Devon written on it, found in one of the unmarked graves. Found in, though on, with the letter delta from the Greek alphabet. I met you without knowing you, I talked to you without speaking to you, and I loved you without realizing it. For so many years, I have felt love for you without knowing it, and now that we are finally together, the disease separates us again. I hope you know that the short time we were together was worth it. I love you, Dara. Okay, so that was probably grown-up Dara then. Drawing very similar to the drawings found inside the guard's house. It appears to be quite old, although it was placed here recently. The drawing you like so much, always together, Dara. So then, like, the two deltas, then by the sounds of it, had some kind of other connection. No, I guess. Oh, and then Dara. Who obviously, like I said, it doesn't seem to be dead. Now, did anything change here? Doesn't look like it. So presumably then Dara is the one looking after the plants, which means she must have had some, I don't know, affection for the for Arthurian's wife. If she also has the plant on there and the plant on the grave of the one that she loved, so I don't know where she. Oh, there she is. Hey, open the gate for me, thanks. And now she vanishes. Or just, oh. Really, dude? The fucking crow distracted you? Like, really?
The time had come to cross the lake and enter the mysterious Llewellyn Manor.
Let's see. How long have we been going? Oh, okay. Apparently that's just it. I mean, we've been going for 40 minutes already. I mean, I don't see how you finish this game in half an hour to an hour. I mean, unless I guess you're following a guide and you like just don't look around. You just book it. Like, dude. Was that in? Huh. It's a weird sound. I don't know if it was in the game or in my room. I mean, I guess I do have my window open a little bit. It could have been outside. I mean, the fact that we're at 40 minutes already, and we've now crossed the lake to the mansion, I think this is a good point to stop it. I mean, I realize I started this saying it could just be one part. I don't understand how. Like, I don't understand how you do this in an hour, like I said, unless you're very strictly following a guide. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I mean, from what I read, it's as long as you're exploring, you should find everything because there's like pictures. Because like the pictures are a thing, and then I think there's something to do with documents. Successfully entered the hospital. Secret achievements. Collected the coin of Charon. I'm assuming that's a story-based one. Yeah, the second document, third document. Solved piano puzzle. Did another puzzle. And all the pictures, yeah. I'm not going to reveal the secret achievements because those probably do have spoilers, I'm guessing. But yeah, it seems like unlikely that unless you're very much just blasting through it with a guide that you would be able to play or that you would be able to finish this in an hour. I mean, also I guess skipping cutscenes in that. Although I'm not sure. Like, I mean, obviously we could have skipped the entire opening, but other than that, the other cutscenes weren't all that long, and there was even some like the guy answering the phone, like when everything was blue. Like I could move around while those were playing, so I don't think that they would have been skippable. To be fair, I'm not sure that I had to see them play out either. So, but yeah, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching. and I will see you next time for more.